Hell, I've been itching for a good Star Wars experience lately, so I took matters into my own hands and started modding Helldivers 2 like I never have before. The full mod list is quite long on this one, so buckle up. And of course, all the credit goes to the amazing mod creators themselves. I'm just here to show off their work. First things first, I had to change the way my Helldiver looked. We have quite a lot of freedom of choice here with both the type of armor and its color palette. The mod allows us to become the following: an ARC Trooper with its 4 variants, those being base, red and white, red and grey, blue and grey, which is the one I chose to go for, orange and black, and finally green and grey. Next up, we have the shiny clone troopers. These are also coming with their respective recolors: white, blue, yellow, and red. If rank matters to you, we also have the clone officers, giving you the extra officer accents like the added shoulder plates, helmet accessory, and stripes, yet again with the different color options. There are other clone trooper mod variants, but I didn't want to go overkill on just the armor. In case you don't want to be a simple grunt, we also have the ability to become the Mandalorian himself. Of course, it would only be half baked if we didn't also include the Mandalorian jetpack variant and also his iconic blaster alongside the reworked audio to make it sound more iconic. Now that we're done working on our character, we can start with the rest of the world making. Next up is our ship, which will be changing to the Venator Star Destroyer. Yet again, available in different colors, and it will also be changing all the ships you see when looking out of the window of your own new Star Destroyer. Now comes the ship interiors. I was looking for the Republic version of the interior, but all I could find was the Empire one. That changes all the screens, flags, and lights to Empire colors and images. If you want to take it a step further, you can have Darth Vader himself become either or both mission control and the democracy officer aboard your ship. To give it that last sprinkle of Star Wars, I replaced the DSS with the Death Star. Looks amazing, that's a good enough reason to add it. Now it's time to change up the troops. We start by replacing the Eagles with the ARC 170s, both in looks and in audio. Then we change Pelican 1 to a LAAT gunship with its own customizable colors and paint jobs, with some of them being a bit more unique. If you want full immersion, you can also replace both the oil and vehicle delivery Pelicans with the LAAT, but this does also involve modding the Pelican thruster, so I decided to leave these default. Next, we have the SEAF soldiers, which will of course be turning into clone troopers. This honestly makes the entire thing feel so much better, especially when you are just riding about and you see one of the boys in full white coming over the hill to back you up. These will also be coming alongside with their phase and recolor options being white, blue, red, and yellow. Now come the enemies. With the automaton to CIS overhaul, you will be changing every single automaton enemy to its droid counterpart. This is a must have. There's no point in going through all the work of changing the world to Star Wars but then just fighting the same bots. This really made it feel like I was playing a completely different game from Helldivers and gave me a complete refreshed experience when fighting the bots. Now finally we get to the weaponry. To make it simple and not have a single mod for every weapon, I went with the Star Wars Clone Blasters mod, which turns all the weapons into one of the 12 blaster variants. This reskin actually made me experiment with weapons I usually would never use because I just don't like the way they look. To make blasters more iconic, we will be using the blue overhaul 1.5 mod, making all lasers and kinetic shots turn into potent blue glowing lasers. This mod comes with a reshade version, allowing you to tweak the lasers exactly to what you want them to be, whether it be brighter, darker, more or less blue, fade faster, or completely blinding. We can't have the visuals without the audio, so we use none other than the pew-pew sounds for weapons, changing all weapon audio to Star Wars blasters. Here you can choose which variant you want. For the video I used the Stormtrooper version, but you can also choose Republic Commando, Mixed Vanilla, Death Trooper, or Clone Trooper. For the final weapon mod, I had to do it. I had to add in lightsabers, and let me tell you, they look amazing. The lightsaber collection mod lets us reskin the melee weapons to lightsabers and darksabers with their own sound effects and draw animations. The mod also allows you to choose both the hilt and crystal color for your lightsaber, so that you can really tailor it to yourself. Some honorable mentions to add some final touches are the Bastion replacement to the RX-200 tank and the AT-AP replacing the Emancipator. I hardly use either of those two stratagems, so I don't really include them in my experience. This video took a bit longer to make, so if you're still watching, a like would be appreciated, and if you're interested in more of the content, a subscribe is the way to go. Hope you enjoyed, and cheers!